this, I fear for the next generation. I fear for the years to come. Now, the video of that woman leakily, in for the irresponsibility of some of our men. Great Okwego, Pascal Obonna, all which could and I greet you people. In way for the irresponsibility, how irresponsible some of our men. And the follow wine. Look, let me tell you, before you get married, not only Nwoke and Nwanyi, open up a discussion with your wife. Maroma, without some issues, something like this, video, something like, without some kind of discussions that has to do with real life issues, discuss it with her. Malugodu her thought towards some of those things. That might be nature. That might be God telling you something. If you look away from the content of discussion, she might be speaking to you, but you will not know. Vice versa, including Nwoke. For example, you will put out this kind of discussion of Nwanyi video likili. Likili video ebe nyana nwoke ọzọ na-ese ibongi ebe ọ na marriage. Nwunye ya say and so what? Nwanyi na-achị na say and so what? Or ifofo ọsọ nya wonye megoro the thing. Nka if now no wulu yourself no ya forgive nata nwa ya. Have you not gotten the answer you are looking for? Obulu no flow that thing asalo. Obulu no flow that thing asalo. What is she telling you? There are so many ways you can find out the real and true character of the woman actually. I'm just giving you expo. You know, like that on you gotta go. Now, wherefore, how irresponsible some of our men has become. Could you believe that some of our men started reaching out to this woman in terms of gift, in terms of solidarity? Look, let me tell you people, some of the nonsense in this your YouTube, what goes around comes around. Na Facebook what goes around comes around. I've told you people about a story, real and true life story. Real and true life story. Mbao akụkọ yo le dossier ame kano at the peak of it. If nwanyi polo nwanyi, if man eme ego na ya adoro mma. Ije na comment section just because you want to show how irresponsible you are. Even in that your irresponsibility, you can still not take what happened to me. I haven't seen any woman who is going to take it. I haven't seen any woman. Out of 1,000 women, only 5. Okay, let it go. And it's also Fuchuku if I had Bunobi. So Fuchuku will be 5 wild Bunobi or 10 out of 1,000 Bunobi. Wherefore, the story of May and your Matawanya be in a comment section now say, and so what? And so what? Dear no batazie wanyi ozo gono mezie oh no cho he no nya naba blah 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 oso nya choro nzo nwoke kenifo na make noise kenifo jiwe si bedie po nya kwoghareba o ya na be ife a nwata nwanyi na agwa gi ife a nwata nwanyi ahụ no na di a nwata nwanyi na-eme die pugari ha phone na anya ka o mara onye na-akpọ die po o monitor ya ka o mara ebe ọ na-eje. True life story. The woman we je na ebe and a discourse about issue of Yor and May. We back. Yeah? We back. We jena commenting. And so gonna meze kedife men enye mpoto also nya wonyi zidie general no wan yozo. And so what? Gunu neme or no ya na je take care of umwe. She was commenting nonsense. saying that and so what go or some na ke ata nwoke ata that kind of thing. Omoho na die no na comment section na observe comment nwunye and na die mkpaparu nke odewere n'ụlọ le n'ụzọ ọ na-arị achọ ka ọ kpọbata since kama no na-eche how will my wife feel about it. Kedu ka my wife will feel about it. Now obezie na comment section ebe a wee fụzie ni na nwunye yari ado comfortable with this. Owefu na nwunye yari ado very much comfortable with this. Kedu ife nwoke mere? Nwoke wee jee kunata nke ahụ o debere n'ilo wee kunata ya n'ụlọ. Nwanyi wee jee ka ọ si awarara nwoke wee wuta comment ye niile o screenshot wee gosi ya wee sie nne eshe nongo sele na comfortable with this. I saw your comment where you were saying that you need to comfortable with this, that you don't have any problem with this. O wee gosi ya nwanyi wee tiri mkpu la na ife akwụkwọ cruise ka ọ na-akashi o na o minu okoyo not just na-akashi cruise ndị mmadụ bịa nyere ya aka. She now started involving people to come and help intercede for her na her marriage. That is how some of you are going about on Facebook today, wishing for yourselves what you cannot take. I always advise people, anything potalo today, let's say ne potalo ebe a na-enye mmadụ jungle judgment, jungle justice. Iwe pụta ebe a wee meghe pụọ wee pass here good wee say carry on. That same day you have passed the same judgment on yourself. So tomorrow, anything about that jungle justice, don't forget that sometime back you have given your consent. You have marked it good. You have given your judgment on that. The same way, every single decision you take today, you have already given that judgment also. If that fate befalls you, you have given your consent 100%. So don't even think that when it gets to you, the nature will spare you. No. Nature listens. I am telling you. Okay, at the world, it has ears. Nature listens. Now, ụfọdụ ụmụ nwoke anyị wee bido wee nyere this woman solidarity. Ha wee na-akwado the woman. Ha wee na-akwado the woman by giving her solidarity. Ụfọdụ na-esendere ya gift, ụfọdụ na-akpọ from obodo oyibo, ụfọdụ na-akasi ya obi, ụfọdụ na-asị ejisi ike, ụfọdụ na-achọ one way or the other. Ha ezi wee experience the same thing ya na ishie na experience na bed because na amam ụmụ nwoke by ụfọdụ n'ime ha na scheme their way so they can enjoy just like that ishie ya na n'elu bed, thereby making the woman to be bold, thinking that na ife ahụ meru na always be fair. Even mgbe abịa mee interview ile na-agba ọwụ na ife how bold because ọwụ na that woman wonye nwere ezigbo omume, ọwụ na that woman na all those things ọ na-ekwu about into her husband. I have ekwu the part where she said that her husband did eti ife. I have condemned that part, oh God, and I still condemn it till today. I said, and I quote, that any man who na-eti nwunye ya ife is so irresponsible. I have said it and it still remains like that. Now, as of that part, now you could see the kind of woman that lady. If you see the boldness, because nwanyi azụrụ azụ, nwanyi nne na nna ezụrụ azụ, will not even have the shame or the face to come to the public. Na abuile ta etu ahụ si abuile. That is to show you how hardened Odugolu in that thing on him. You don't need anybody to tell you that now everything against that woman is the truth. Ngoma Nwanyi do caught up in the middle of that controversy. Are you going to have the shame to show your face around camera saying something can the mother know if you could or don't bother about how to redeem your image. Now look at if before we continue. Look at if has to say about her mother. Listen. Look at if were to say about her mother.
What kind of mother are you? What kind of a mother are you? What kind of stupid mother are you? If you are drug, you don't have shame. You'll never be a good mother to us for once. Nigga no nilu ya. Every month when you change your work, every month when you change your work, I want working capital or somewhere. Na ya mo abo onye ozo onye ofuru nwete kita. Unu mana nna unu ode nye ego nyo de me nka. Na onye nka kita buza aka no kpam kita. Oya na emele mi niile. Every night this woman next neck out na apo na efu nwoke. Onye gbolo nwe ya nne. This ka mbozi ego to. Okichori ikwu okwu. Ịchọrọ ikwu okwu anyị bidogodo oge anyị bụ ụmụazị sef na amụrịtọ gị ihe niile anụnwa niile ị na-akụziri anyị abalị na brain oge anyị bido anyị bụ na ụmụazị anyị na-ege na-alụ ụla nwoke abịa emipụ n'abalị na-amịgharị okenye mmadụ ka ihe na-akụziri ụmụ gị every month ichenje nwoke imere anyị introduce na onye abụ nwoke ọfụrụ gị your new baby anyị emigeri anyị ekwugidego okwu gị anyị adụgidego ọgọdụ nwebe otu nwa agbụgodi isi ada gị abụfetiri edugo ọdụ ị gaghị anwụ iyi na mmadụ adụgo ọdụ agbụgo gị several times ya bụ ihe na-ese m na gị okwu bikọs ị like mmadụ ịgwa gị eziokwu a ma agwa gị n'ihe ọbụla ị na-eme gwa gị okwu maka ya nụ si gị mụọ mmiri na chita azụ na ihe anyị na-eme onwe ebe ọ ga-edo gị ga look at what you are causing for us now na ihe na-akọsụrụ ụmụ gị niile enwe onye izo pụta tufu one day ekpere ihe ọma ị na-emere ụmụ gị bụ onye ọbụla pụta na-etiri aka n'ala ị ga-anwụ ị ga-eme nke a ị ga-akụ ngwọrọ ị ga-ababe nwoke kedu nne na-eme nwa ya ụdị ihe dị otu a sọsọ gị nwabuchi na-asa na ọgwa enwetugo ụmụ gị pụtara kpere ekpere site na nne m ọ ga-adịrị gị na mma ọgwa chinyere kịta na di ya na-akọ nkọ last born gị kwalibe nwoke nwa erubeghị 16 years ịkwalibe nwoke ọkwa ya na ka di ya na-akọ nkọ kịta di ya ji ihe niile na-eme kịta na-akọ ya nkọ the same thing ndị Lucas mere oge ha chọrọ ịbịa n'ụmụ ihe mma ha kwuru bụ no na ha enwe ike ịba na that family na nwa ya nwaanyị ga-adịkwa ka nne ya na nwa nwoke enwekwa ike ịnụ nne mmadụ
ọkwa ịnụrụ ya from her daughter oh ya wụnụ na support arụ niile ụnụ na support ụnụ aha think about the adverse effect of all these characters ụnụ na support now. For example, look at the family of Ngebe Edochie, for instance. What is the future of this Umaze now? Asheputalo. Woke we because of na anya ya punilo. We do better a disaster that will destroy the peace. None at your home. A long time, can you go video, a full video about polygamy and the bad effect of polygamy in our society. I will still bring out one day and run that video so that you will see what some of you are wishing for your children. It's so sad that our people don't learn. Even those people who victims from this polygamy of a sort are still going into it because of selfishness. You are going into it because of selfishness. Asarena okukoshi umuade felu. It does not. Ofodo na fear na umado show hime travel. Ekuna na nwoke ji umuade me travel. That is not just all the meaning. Part of the meaning of Ifa is that na nwoke obuna or wanyo ona chenwa enwego limitations to some certain things you can do. Life is no more all about you or your wife. You have to think on a wider way, like you have to put your children, their future, into consideration before you take any decision. The moment. The moment. Ugo John Ezesere Mathias is better now. What do you have to say about that? It's better what? Ema hifeta atao. Ugo John Ezesere Ema hifeta atao. ọ ya adọsịsị nwa ya dị ya n'ahụ nọ bi ozugbo ka ọ bịa ọkpọrọ business o je na branch now he has to go and visit the branch office ka ọ maa ka branch office esi alụ so ama nnọọ ya adọsịsị waya ịghọtara ama nnọọ ya adọsịsị eletrik waya niile ahụ o koro n'ahụ ya ka ebe adọrọ line tatatara ama nnọọ ya adọsịsị ya ka o wee jee pịacha business ya so I'm not surprised ịghọtara so let us continue. Yeah? You have to think about your children. Think about the future of your children. You are no more going to be selfish in living your life. That is what it means. But it's so sad that your father did not think about your future before he went into polygamy. He went into polygamy just to satisfy that Lord. He went into polygamy just for his own selfish interest. He never thought about how life is going to treat you people after he is no more. He only thought about how to satisfy his lust while he's still alive. After he is no more, the reality of set in. Now you suffered the bad effect of that polygamy. You suffered it. Because they were scared of Apple. And after so many years, you managed to find a direction somewhere. You never thought of what your father put you through. You want to put your children again through the same fate that befalls you. I don't know now. During those days, now people can wear conscience. Now keep ourselves, the mother lose the conscience. That is how selfish some of you may live. So when I look at Nkebe Doshia, I laugh because a young guy like this, who has become successful in his movie career, have a beautiful woman as a wife, mwena mwoke mwena nwanyi, kerife kana choni ke nwanyi nke ekpobata nwanyi, sene ekpobata nwanyi as a second wife. Did you ever think about the future of Umazia and Amusta now? Echili neketa belu, awolo battle of Armageddon, jema the families like Ikembo Duku family. I am calling big families for you. Jena family, ndebilo dibe. Ekene, Jena big families like that. Ebe polygamy. Despite the level of success these people acquire, they failed woefully because now their families not shattered today. There is no peace. And these are men that Igbo respect them. But unwise decision which they took, which is simply going into polygamy, they could have built a perfect family. They could have built a wonderful family. But there is no peace in their home today, despite the level of success I achieved in this life before I war. It is so sad that some of you don't learn lesson. When I learn a lesson, you still want to enjoy your life. It is you alone. It is to an allow katola. It is missing one. One in Nwanyi guy. A banner room one in Kozo. Only in Cassidy water. Going in Gano rice call you silly. Yeah, enjoy. Yeah, it is all about you enjoying your life while you are still here. What happens when you are no more? Have you thought about the life and future of Omaziaho in a level so much to provide for? I'm asking you. So when some of you support nonsense on social media, whatever you support on social media will come back to you. A lot of us are in area today, including me. A lot of us are in area today, including me and you. A lot of things in area today with judgment in your goal some time back, and you think and they just disregarding the pain of other people. It happens mostly when you disregard the pains other people are passing through. It just because this is who you are. iche na ọgago onye ahụ ataba afọ ahụ ọtachasịcha afọ a will go and do press up and come back to you in 100 folds mgbe ụwa dịka ọ na-atọ ụtọ ka ọ ya echigata. Some of you nwoke yeje nụọ nwaanyị mgbe ọwụ almost a nobody. You are a nobody. You are just surviving mgbe nụrụ nwaanyị gụ na nwunye gị elebọ gụ na nwunye gị labor from ụmụ at that time in your marriage when you people should enjoy ijekpọ bata ofu nwanyị we destroy the peace of your home, we destroy the peace of your home. Ananụ ọgụbewu ka Armageddon. Oluchukwu Darrington 85% ikwulu iwe short number. 98% of polygamous family enwelu are in trouble. Trouble ahabiabu, it will still come. Trouble ahabiabu, it will still come. It will still come. Look at ebe anyị jemena tozu nwada ụbọsịa. Ọ nụrụ nwaanyị nke izi, mecha anụ nwaanyị nke ịbụa. Nwaanyị nke izi mụtalụ nwaanyị oke ọ mụtara nwoke, mecha nwoke ọ mụtara nwa. Only God knows what happened. Only God knows what happened that led to even ọnwụ nke ahụ. Now, ụmụ ya nke izizi etocha na gụcha akwụkwọ na-alụcha ezigbo ọrụ. Ma na ụmụ second wife ahụ ụmụ nwoke na-abụ nwaanyị nke bụ ahụ mụtara ha adaji ife niile nna ha nwere because na nke izizi mụtara nwaanyị nwoke ọ mụtara anwụọna dara ife niile nna ha nwere lekpọsịcha na steeti ya lekpọsịcha ha ncha. Ụmụazị nna gwụkwụ gị ife a adọncha onwe na nke ru 38 years n'ime ha ọ 39 years n'ime ha dara ife niile nna ha nwere lekpọsịcha na-em at ile even the men house elu obi wife gburu that first wife. Nwaanyị ahụ nwụrụ na alele mara akwamozu a na-akwa obi Nnewi she had upon n'ozu ka a na-akwa owelu microphone kwuo okwu about that same issue kwuo onye n'ebe a na-akwa ozu openly na nwaanyị awa alele ka ọ nọ na-ewe nwụ na ndị mmadụ anyị claim na tensi dị oke hia nọ na ayo ndị mmadụ they should not abandon this family. Ma na agbala nwoke ji aka eje kobata bee ended the whole legacy o kipụrụ n'ụwa. And believe me, ọkwa ime compound ya ebe ahụ eliri ya ụmụazị ahụ ka ya ele kpalụkpafuo n'ilo ka fugitives. Yes, ọgụgụdụ na ụmụazị ahụ lechara compound ahụ pụzie echi niile kpata ego. They have ended up destroying the whole legacy they will. Because you were lucky in your first marriage. Why did you go to the second one? Go look ị na-achọ kedu ife dị ife ahụ ị na-achọ. Kedu ife dị ife ahụ ị na-achọ. Ana m ajụ iwere aka yo je dọta agbala destroy the whole legacy devil. You got to go. So sometimes I don't understand, and the woman they keep teaching about this polygamy. They keep teaching about it. You could see the test of this younger generation, like he had the light of Africa, how he is thirsty for polygamy. You got to go. But she yata nde amolo in a polygamous family. Oha sit her down. Nde mu ife n'ime ha. Oho nda ya agụla egwu a ajụrụ nwata ife egburu nne ya osiobeju ajụọ ya gị na egburu nna gị osiobeju ajụọ ya gị n'ike iji n'aka osiobeju nwa m ndụ na agụkwa gị. Ohowu nda ya agụrụ ụdị egwu a. Ohowu nda ya asị ndị enyi dịrị ichetara na agadi nwaanyị daa nda ada na abụ ọgụọ ife obu n'okpo ọnụ ha ka nkụ. You are still trying to repeat the mistake of your fathers. Peace in almost majority of the families today. It is because of polygamy. Nde ofunne na nna ji na ye seketa owewuzie nde ofunna ji mana ofunne ji ha. I repeat. Nde ofunne na nna ji these days narị agbagosi be ha agbagosi owewuzie nde ofunna ji mana ofunne ji ho. Ọkwa asịrị na narị ekecha na nne wee bịa kebe na nna. Enugbo ebe ekwuru dị okwu. It is a reality. It is happening. Polygamy, destroy your family and their legacies. Go and check it everywhere. Since they left, peace has never been experienced in their family. And it is the fate they wished their family because of their selfish reasons. So now, listening to the voice note of this woman's daughter, and you that is trying looking for every means possible to justify the abominable action of this woman by saying, oh, Sonya, Onya Wunyizi, Onya Wunyizi. My father came from a polygamous family. There has never been peace in that family till now. Even the issue extended to us. Yes, Dose Emmanuel, we are going to discuss about polygamy full. And the guy back into discussing about polygamy, we will run that program. We will include it into our program. In a page Ezeaku, we will hate no big because of one thing or the other. Because ya mutife, ya mutanatife ya balulu. Or ibu hate ya no because ye juwile kwife ya balu maduru. Or no ekuyeri. Ezugo, you know the go church. Yeah? Nkanna kusirigu doko hozioma ko. Must church be a place where 50 people are or 1,000 people are. So this one if we associoma, yeah, if we associoma, a message is capable of changing the way you reason and the way you think. A message is capable of changing your future and giving peace to your unborn children. Or today, you have not seen it as a sermon. What is sermon? Mado brazo kele ife sermon or ife gospel na dictionary send the other year back iPhone. Yeah? If follow there no na church kele ifa. Yeah? There are many churches saying we carry that 40 members in attendance this morning. Yes, and I have over by the end of this program more than 1,000, 2,000 or 3,000 people must have watched this program. Can you tell me what congregation is more than that? Yes. What congregation is more than that? Obono na mo galo church this morning or nanka yete church because ebolom emaro kan sieje. He came with this message this morning. Look at how this woman, because of her selfish interest, her desire to satisfy her lust, look at how she has caged an entire generation. Nwanyi Serena Nko Oje Popuna di Elubo 16 years. Nko Oje Popuna di Elubo 16 years. Na nkaho na di eji maka ife amelu wee na-akụ ya nkụkụ. Na nyanwa na ndị bịara ịnụ ya anụ not because of character nyanwa wụ mmaye ka ndị ha ji wee gbafelu si na ọya dị eme ka nne. So some of these shameless and shameful behaviors unu na-ebupụta na Facebook, una na-echekwo the effect of this omume on ụmụ. I am telling you, because the boldness in which people ji wepụta abomination na Facebook na ewepụta enwekwanụ pride nya, if you go to pride ayi ji wee na ekwu epụta na ajụ onwe onye a ọwụzụkwu mmadụ tụrụ ime nwa onye a. Ana m ajụ ajụjụ, ọwụzụkwu mmadụ tụrụ ime ntu esetu ime wee mụọ onye a. Epụta na ekwu na mmadụ ji mma bupụ mmadụ isi, ifu onye ṅụrụ mmiri ala nne ya na comment section or say so what onya wonye izimerie ka ekunu sizi ekwu odoka asị na onya wonye izimerie. Now you know the kind of generation, now you know the kind of future these people are preparing for us. And I'm asking you now, ụmụ ihe ndị nwaanyị na ndị nwoke enwego kọma now, single action but collateral damage karịrị akarị because ngwa nwata ata ije ịnụ nwaanyị na familia agba ha aghọ ịjụ ịgba ha njụ ndị Igbo ka na-agba njụ wee ruo echi niile agba ha njụ ewee sị n'ọkwọ nwa ka ego ka ọgụnụ you will run because you will first of all think kedu the kind of training mama ya enye onye ka mama ya wụ kedu the kind of training mama ya enye no ya dị emerere ka mama ọ ife ndị okenye nọ around you ya agba no ya dị emerere ka mama because na ọ fụrụ ụmụ ife niile ahụ ka ọ na-eto ọhụ ụfọdụ ụmụazị toro under this atmosphere na adụ wise ka nwa ya akwụrụ okwu ịghọtago ụfọdụ na-abịa fọbazie ife ahụ ọdụ ha normal. After all, this is what they started seeing when they were small, so they grew up with it. It became normal to them because mostly behaviors of your father or your mother in adafu when ife dum maka fa na-eme. So ọwụrụ ha na nna gị na-eme datene ya fe asa jife ịghọtara ebe m na-eje now. So I don't know how we got to this stage, but I know that message Mathias Nandotu contributed to where we are today, and it is still going to do more damage to where we are going tomorrow, unless we begin to look and examine our life today. Unless if I wallow, only one supposedly condemn. In fact, in that video, that content creator do shameless just because he is looking for views. He is looking for views. Obviously, his money, his page is monetized. Ofiru no ya do traffic with that video. That's why he went down to go and interview a woman who need delay. No mgbegbo na ya mapu. Usigodu na pugodu jegodu bury her head in shame. You went there to go and interview her. Na-asịa na ndị mmadụ na-ekwu ifo omere onyawo alụ kakarịchala alụ ndị mmadụ na-eme o wesịrị na onwe bụ ife afụlụ abịa na onwe ife anya ya afụ gba mme o ife nwata nwaanyị meghepụrụ ọnụ ya na-ekwu. That is to show you how notorious and how hardened that woman do. And believe me, a lot of ụmụ nwaanyị do spoiled like that. There are a lot of people do spoiled like that. If you want to know them, come to Facebook. You gotta go. Nnadi John, you have no reason to justify you venturing into polygamy. Ekugonya, wekukwaya again. You have no reason to venture into polygamy. Except na munye wangu. Except na munye wangu. There is no way you can bring 2 women or 3 women in the same house and you think that they can stay there peacefully. Who does that? There is no way you can bring 2 or 3 women in the same house and you think they can stay there peacefully. Even if they pretend to stay there peacefully, have you ever bothered about what will happen when you are no more? The moment you are no more, the crash of interest will come in. Maka onye ọ na ya da azọ maka nke onwe ya chọka nke efuo. Ha pretend godu iwerugodo ọgwụ maka ụfọdụ na-eme owere ọgwụ gwọwuo ha ya dị ekwekwu ha na-eme ka okpo. Let us assume that no work n'iji ọgwụ kedo ha. It is still for your own selfish interest because the moment you the day ikubi n'ime n'ọnwụ ọgwụ niile ahụ iji wee kechi ha efuo n'anya onye ruo ọ na-azọ nke nwa onye ruo ọ na-azọ nke nwa nke ife niile aha ka awụ nke ye which is nke izi efe iwe na ndị ọzọ bịara ishit ye bịara participate ibenefit n'ife eso ha wee lebụfọ nke efe iruo onye nke a ọwụsọ ụmụ ya ga-ewere ife dị otu a ịghọtago. Even among ndị nne na nna ji aka na-enwe problem to even coexist peacefully. Now na na-akpọbatazi ndị ọwụwa ofu nne mụrụ fa iwerugodo ọgwụ gwọchie ha ụbọchị ya anwụ. That reality will still be done in your family. Kelebe omebu ịpụta agba ọsọ nwere onye ekwesịtị isi ụfọdụ eje bukọta arụsị ndọchisi ebe niile ọ na-egbu mmadụ. Ono can glorify nonsense. Look at the character of a woman. Okay, for ụmụnne anyị ya ndị a n'obodo oyibo Majority of some of you people, not all of you. I don't know. Una emego an Igbo alo too much. Because so see for job ono na support from obodo you are. Some of whom na ya no obodo you. I don't know. Look at the woman who see and the mother na especially ndị na from obodo you. Ono na from obodo you. Ono kasi obi gwa na afụbo. Ya nwunye yu or na that woman nwunye yu. I want to know. Because you will do more better the day you start putting people in your shoes. Before you judge people, first of all, put yourself in their shoes. Ndị Igbo kuchakwunu n'okwu niile. Ndị Igbo sere onye sere ka ọ wụrụ ya ọwụrụ gị ime ego ọwụrụ, there is even possibility and chance that you will do worse than onye ahụ na-asị na ọwụrụ. I want you to put yourself in the shoes of that man. What are you going to do? Ma ọ bụrụ na nwunye iwu potato ọnụọ poposta overnight video nwunye iwu secretary ya ebenye na nwoke ọzọ ọrụ nọ nke go na odisikoku no ebenye na nwoke ọzọ na-ese bonge ọ bụrụ ọsọ na fa na-ese bonge. No, if you see what they were doing, you will see na nwunye awụrụ na expert. Nwunye awụ an expert in that field. Because na nwanyị adubo that wild cannot even be that comfortable. N'iwota camera. Oh ya dey n'ifele. Man onye nke a so bold. Onye nke a so bold. Iwotago onye nke a so bold. Ifu ụmụnne anyị ndị n'obodo oyibo fa na-akpọ ka ha na-akasị ya obi. Ụfọdụ ka ya batakwa jeburukwa di na-eye. Ụfọdụ ka ya batakwa jeburukwa di na-eye because ụfọdụ n'ime ha na-akpọ aha akpọ na ha ụfọdụ n'ime ha na-akpọ because na fa chọrọ ha bata ka ha jikwa buru nwaanyị ahụ di na-eye. And that woman ye emecha na old age ye say na ọmụrụ na ife aka omere onwe. People don't learn. People don't learn. So na ụfọdụ ụmụ nwaanyị na ụfọdụ ụmụ nwoke na-ebi this kind of life. Ha na-anwụ so lonely, so bittered. Ha na-enwe a very sad end. And that time, that is only when they are going to reflect on their life. Ezugo, so you prefer a man cheating on his wife to marry a second wife if the first wife could no longer meet his demand. Okay, Nnadi John, let me ask you, how do you see a woman marrying a second husband if the man could not meet up with her demand? Answer. Nnadi John. Okay, let me construct this question, Ejoro. Can we please go to Nnadi John? Nnadi John. So you prefer a woman cheating on his husband to marry a second man if the first man could no longer meet up with her demand? Or your answer. That is why I said your selfishness will drive you into destroying your home by yourself. This is clearly selfishness. Me. You. Have you ever asked yourself if your wife, if you even still meet up with the demand of your wife? Have you ever asked yourself that? If you go in the and I may meet up with the demand and expectations of my wife. Have you ever asked yourself this question? It is always you. African culture was designed in such a way that no put a man up, interest of a man up, down. And the newer generation, man, they travel go outside, are even beginning to reason like their ancient fathers, not even like their immediate father. Because your immediate father treated your mom like a queen. Your immediate father had no polygamous in nature. So I don't know why you people are beginning to reason like your ancient fathers and not even your modern day fathers or your current fathers. You see, question na njoro wa ahụrụ anyụrụ n'elu ọgba ijiji yare. Nwoke na-eshiti. Emakwana what you don't know is bigger than you. Eba nnọkịta beyond personality of Ezuge na Facebook. Do you know other things I do in the secret? I am asking you. Beside rather this personality of Ezuge na I don't know how you see me. You may see me as a good somebody, a trusted somebody, somebody with integrity. You may see me as a bad somebody. Now this guy is so rude. Now this guy ain't no sense. Now this guy ain't beside that thing you may perceive him to be, Ezugo you see on camera. Do you know any other aspect of my life? But believe me, that perception you will about me on camera here may guide you all through. Like, oh, me believe on Ezugo the honest. We may actually have something, and that honesty we pray because that is the part of Ezugo you know. There may be other part of Ezugo other honest, other experiences, but that one without knowing the other part may guide us through all through our relationship. That is why you will say, what you don't know is bigger than you. Yes. A lot of people be with Onyohi today. They don't know the person to be a thief. I've been enough for that honest part of him in all his dealings. They never knew. Believe me, they may live their entire life with Onyohi. They won't even know Onyohi Kanyana Habiri. But the day you realize that Onyohi, the narrative and everything will change. That is how life is. That is how life is. So cheating is not also good because what is bad is bad. Cheating is bad. But I think it is more a slap in your wife's face that not perfect is cheating because marrying a second wife is clearly perfecting cheating. It is an advanced way of cheating. It is a legit way of cheating. How did you even get to meet that woman? How did you get to meet that woman? Did you just wake up in the morning and you decide to go and marry that woman? Or a cheating perfectly? Legitimize that is what it is. So what if now your wife though ignorant of whatever thing naga between you and that woman? Do you think that what she doesn't know will really bother her? That one will be left for you and your conscience. Like that relationship though hidden for your wife or married. Do you think that what she is ignorant of is going to bother her? Do you think that what she's ignorant of is going to torment her and the children? The answer is no. That one will be left with you and your conscience. No only if you continue doing it. Stop it. And that is why now some people at a later stage decide if continue. I knew that you will have nothing to say towards the question I asked you. So please, when you can't defend your argument, just surrender. Have you seen? Look at. Hi, Chineke. Hi, Chineke. If you pattern this generation of men, I will, as young as Nadi John, I can see him. Very young guy like this. Very young guy like this. Very young guy. Look at how young he is. And as a woman, if you go on do to it, never have a pattern. Because if you know the real characters of people, you sometimes to remain single. Those are even the people like try now because they may be the only people I may be justifying their decisions. Because when they hear people, so just like Nwanyi, follow somebody like Najijona and his point of argument here, we obviously think that all men are the same. Now, if she chooses to remain single because of character of Nadi John, what are you going to tell her? That a man will continue the present day youth I know today are so selfish when they are getting into marriage. Me. I am the man. I am this. I am this. I am that. I am this. When Joma Jojo, my prefer working ide shitty on nwunye than marrying another wife. When Jokwe, my prefer ka nwunye shitty on you. When Jokwe, he prefer ka nwunye shitty on you than go and marry another man. Yes. Behind her back, because what she doesn't know, I about there. You are like a cheating on you behind your back without you knowing. So these are some questions and answers that if we answer, we will struggle to do better. Even if we are not doing better, you will be working on yourself to do better. If you don't have any justification for doing it to another person. Let me tell you, this should be your watchword. I don't care what that is, including me. I'm an adult. I'm intentionally for a reason. Now, if that reason backfired, I should be able to take the consequences because I'm not a kid. I did it obviously because of my selfish interest. So when the reward comes back, you should be able to swallow your pill. So, on Abjazina, they made this kind of behavior. Okay, look at how a lot of men has reacted to behavior of this one. People talked more about the woman that they even forgot that she wasn't indulged. She did not indulge in that practice all alone. No, with a partner. Where is the partner? People kept on talking more about the woman. You will think that the woman just not a bed, no okay. And not the same way also a married woman. Now the man, a married man. And not the same way you are always putting the husband, the same way you are putting the husband and the feeling. Now the man, wife and children. Because the same way this woman, she will destroy 80% the future of women, because it will take the grace of God to bring that 20% of people who will look aside this and say, no, I know this girl. She cannot be like her mother. The same way, can that man who will destroy the future of women? Because how are we sure that no you make a name? How are we sure? These are the things in our consider for the moment. But when we have all become selfish in this life, that everything about this life doesn't make any sense, except if it is you. That is the only way you will not be considering others when you are doing something. Because only would you take in the shoes of all the people surrounding this Chinasa issue, both from D to Umunyeni, both from Umunya to Umunyeni, family Onya to family Onyeni. If you have thought about all the, thank you very much, Doris Abba say forever stigma, but if a man na Chinasa, na buy you na gunu medroka na buy. A deliberate act. So, did we hear from her daughter to say that this is whom she is? I said it. Ezeaku, please don't equate me with the contributions I have. Follow. Just remember that if everyone here continue to be dancing to your tune, then there will not be any good argument. Then, Nugget John, did you hear? Were you here when I told a story of a woman commentary during the Yul Edochie and May Edochie issue, and how that her comment is ruining her family? If you listened carefully when I told that story, you should know better, not just to comment. If Your comment does not equate with your life in a live. So look at what you said now. Ezeaku, please don't equate me with the contributions I am making here. So now, my brother, how then can you make a contribution that you don't align with? Don't you know that you might be misleading a lot of people when you know that now that your comment or contribution doesn't represent your life and your character? You know it is not good. Why will you endorse it for other people to come and do what clearly you cannot do? It is not good. This is what we see mostly on Facebook here. Comment a lot of people they are dropping on Facebook here does not represent their life and character, their ideology about life. Now I ask myself, is it entertaining? Is it fun? Do you cash cruise with it? That you are at the verge of people did not even react sad much about infection as that. Oh, so no way in the for reason she will go ahead. So have you not ended up confusing and deceiving a soul? When a young man can battle inside or nwanyi ozo ofu comment ozo 10 by 10 different people. Don't you know that no winner, no you feel no winner, so no way in the nature can see it. Oh, now many if I know someone I know about other people who perhaps only looking reason that the way she may or may. Have you seen how your engagement here on Facebook is capable of misleading people that you don't know? And that is why Inji say, let us not continue to live a selfish life. When you think about the adverse effect of your behavior on other people, you will try. I know it's not easy to live right, especially when it has to do with the public. Because just like I said, only your conscience, but may be lesson to others. It may affect people positively, it may affect people negatively. Adama so Latin, Igbo can naso, and they manifest Ezeaku. So how will I know that this doesn't equate with your life? When you are, do you just argue for argument's sake? Like, na n'ife ị na-ekwu equate otu ife ị na-eme ịpụta ebe a na-akwa ozu odumeje ekwuge ịpụta ebe a na-ekwu okwu ịghọtago ebe mmadụ nwụrụ pụta ebe ahụ nwụrụ ngụ gburu ya ebe ọ nwụ na your point of argument does not represent who you are. And obviously, people will understand that not possible. The answer is no. They will descend on you there. And how you think if about good advice from wrong advisor. Thank God, Otapo, that you have gotten this advice. Thank God that you have gotten this advice. Forget about the messenger. What is important is my message. Dapo Abu. Odago, Dapo, I repeat, thank God that you have gotten my message. Now, let me tell you, my message to you this morning is more important and beneficial to you than the messenger itself, which is me. What are you doing with me? Odago? What are you doing with me? What is important is what I say. That is what is going to influence you. You don't live with me. Yes. You will quickly get that good vibe of Izuohi. I have passed the right message to you. It clearly shows that and that is why I don't want you to participate in that same thing. Are we clear on that? So, to all of you, Bakoro ne send the rich answer gift, ne send the ego, ne send the rive, be careful of what you wish yourself. Have you ever thought about those people who sort of? Some people will say, I wish your daughter to be like Oge. I posted the video of me and my baby the other day. Madu Jeru say, I pray that this your girl is going to grow up to be like Oge. Don't you think that that would be a better prayer than me wishing your own daughter to grow to be like Mirabel? Than me wishing your own daughter to grow to be like Nkechi? Don't you think that you offered my own baby a better prayer than me offering a prayer for your daughter to grow up to be like Mirabel? You don't even want to have a daughter like her. Yet, you don't want to participate in the campaign to end that nonsense. That is the problem. You go into all these things with your emotion. Have you thought about the message? When people see a whole lot of you gather to fight against people who release Otomado than actually going against people, Njaka release Otoha, what message are you passing to the people? Yeah? You want to go? You want to go? If you cannot go against people and be put a stop, because nobody onye na-eshi ọkwọmụ mekwara that video bosia so na ọ bụrụ na nwa dibịa na-agwọ ọgwụ ego adị exist, na onye na-agwọ ọgwụ ego cannot come and gwọrọ ọgwụ from him. Na ọ bụrụ na dibịa na-agwọ ndị pastọ ọgwụ ha ji eli mmadụ n'ọta ahụ exist, na pastọ ahụ anyị enwebe eje gwọrọ ọgwụ ewegwe egbu mmadụ nye n'ọta. Now the question is, why our people neglect the foundation and they keep going to one foundation moramu? That is why events keep repeating itself. Because if you want to tackle a problem, you go down to the root. Sedebezie n'ọtọ unesezina kagari nwezinde n'erizie. Sedebezie n'ọtọ unesemwezina ọzọ. Unesemwezina ọzọ. Ka ndị a na-eririze ọtọ ụnụ gara ịda afụzi ife ha na-eshi ya. It is a very straight message. Very straight indeed. But what I don't understand is why our people are not understanding that part of the message. It is deceitful. They are not really after that message. Hana achieve haya gadaka. We fight their enemies. You want to go? How do you honestly leave the foundation? How do you honestly leave the foundation? And you begin to go for you go primary, you go secondary school. Has it ever happened? You go secondary school before you go to university. Have you ever seen it happen before? The answer is no. So why has our society been groomed in such a way that we are now comfortable defending evil? And if I don't see that evil the way you see, in fact, these days now, society na-ekwu sense haduzie ka ndị nzuzu mezie ndị iberibe hadu ka ndị mwife. That is the society we have found ourselves in. That is the society we have found ourselves in. Society I'm on here today measuring with sense, and that is why you don't see most of them comment a discussion, because when they comment, you find out that people will even treat them as if na family. Then you see people sharing those people with sense. How can Mirabel honestly have a follower without showing true repentance? As one knowing follower, but even in her action, even in her justifying, if she still has followers who are showing solidarity for her in a fight for justice. What can be legal in illegality? Have you seen? Why sensible people are refusing to talk in any platform? Even in some WhatsApp groups, even up to 1,000 participants, they will not talk. They will only listen. Because the moment they talk, you will reduce them to your level. Because you lack understanding to comprehend anything to good. Is that not why we are seeing a lot of nuisance on Facebook parading themselves? I am the greatest analyzer of all time. As the greatest analyzer, you now look at the greatest analyzer of all time. You indeed see people sharing the person up. Yes, right on, baby. Now you ask yourself, what kind of society do we have? A society where people will see around nonsense. When I tell you, I prefer Ogechi to the likes of all the people who are fighting her. She is more responsible than all of you. She teach young ladies hard work. She even encouraged them to forget about Eba, forget about Eladi, forget about this photo. They should live a responsible life. Now, if she has become a disaster to those people who refuse to live a responsible life, then we should even tell her, okay, if he made but in this way, in this way, in this way, you want to go? But do not even change her orientation that fighting against Indonesia had wrong. That is the narrative and the story you people are creating. That is the society we are building. And somebody honestly wants me to buy into that idea. I cannot. God forbid. If you are a mother or you are a sister and you are fighting in defense for justice for Anti-Mimi rebel, be careful of what you wish your daughters. Be careful of what you wish your sisters. I am asking you, I'm telling you, I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. Be careful of what you wish your entire generation. I know that now our society at all will go like this. What is good now looks evil to people, and what is evil is becoming more attractive now. That is why they want to consolidate it with the message of going back to our root, so that they can remove that obstacle, which is the gospel that always come against all these irresponsible behaviors in the madness. When they remove it completely, it means that conscienceless life where somebody will come, will come on Facebook, will go send the alonye jake so toye woputa, he send the ego, say ne yakuni hotel, nyabia or seek for justice. I ask myself, or that guba jigare dunko konwambo eke jigare mapo. Instead of you to openly on air condemn the actions of that particular lady, you are giving her a sense of belonging, that what she did is right, that she doesn't owe anybody any apology. The only message there could have been channel greater part of your energy into making those people to understand that what they are doing is wrong. Use even the lesser energy and call the person Shialota, where do because or this is not the right way to go about stopping this menace. Because there is always a better way we can preach against this. The message will go down well. But you use all the energy you have in you to be saying right down to somebody who is doing something you can never wish your daughter to do. Something you can never even do. And you say you are fighting for justice. I fear for the next 40 years, Nanibo. Next 40 years, Nani, but you produce a group of cannibals here, the Riano man. And believe me, you will still see people who will justify it and say, what is there? What is there? So when I look at them, I laugh. That is why when your daughter behave in a certain kind of way, you won't know that it is a karma. That is the lifestyle you fail to correct elsewhere when you have the opportunity to do so. When you had the opportunity to do so, you refuse to correct that error. You signed it and marked it good. Those Emmanuel, are you telling me? Ebe noketa in obodo iwo. Ba na Facebook show ofu nwata nwanyi no school na egbari amuno okono ifa. Go na chat ya for 1 week or 2 weeks or even for 3 or 4 days. Go see a hope of you put ego nya fe ego n'ihu nwobele. Gwenya gbaloto na camera or gbaloto complete na camera enough here. Echi niile just like into nwoke si eme, of course. You will look send the allow friend you nwoke no na Ghana. Will you send the allow friend you nwoke na eba? Echi niile the thing find their its way into a wrong hand that will use it for whatever purpose. Or put on a Facebook, justice. But all if intentionally. I'm on no kon na ukusi Haneke yari otofa. Some of them go hademu as a wine. Yaman ote do ni no 100. Onya kan ya say obulu ni ne bindu na eche maka echi. If ndu wona mbilita na ga na echi anya, the consequences I will be ready to bear it. Why asking God for mercy? But I will never blame it on another person. If I want to as a Ezeaku or backfire, I will never blame it on anybody. I will be more comfortable bearing that consequences and asking God for mercy. And asking God, of course, for a second chance. So the likes of Mirabel and Dotwe should even be praying and asking God for a better chance. And they have an opportunity to live a better life, to correct that impression. But they choose to waste most of the platform Hamwelu into promoting that same irresponsibility by saying you are seeking justice for what? Justice for what? Justice for what? Do you know? No, we ife patarona apụta ebe onye ohi ji egbe jee na mmadụ machine. Ndị mmadụ wee jide onye ohi a wee kuwo ye bar. Do you know that taking laws into your hand is wrong? But I am asking you, in many places ebe we go jungle justice ya mmadụ ne ka arrestable. Police nwere ike bịa ebe ahụ gbaa tear gas dispatch ya ndị mmadụ bụrụ ozu onye ahụ pụọ. Mmadụ ole ka arrestable. Onwekoro ụfọdụ ebe a na-abịa arrest ya mmadụ, but I am telling you that most places if a police na-eme ha bịa he dispatch ya ndị mmadụ tear gas bụrụ ozu onye ahụ, o nwere ike bụrụ onye ahụ na-apụ mmụọ. That is because the action itself onye ahụ mere the wrong and not condemnable. So now you can now sensitize people on the way and approach to handle such people when you get them. But the message cannot be as heavy as a bad man not to indulge in that practice. Are you getting what I'm saying? Nigerian government and the people don't spend much time preaching to people against jungle justice. Nigerian government had they spend the most of the time. They spend lesser time teaching people not to go or indulge in jungle justice, but they spend much time teaching you not even to engage in crime or stealing. And that is what it should be. Because when people don't get into crime, there will be no need for jungle justice. Now, the only bad effect of jungle justice is that innocent people end up losing their lives. Are you getting what I'm saying? So, can you get what I'm saying? So that may justice, like when I see people saying that they are speaking on behalf of Shinasa, I ask myself, can even Igbo turn go into? Can even when I see people turning out for Merabel and Dindotwe, I ask myself, what is really happening? What kind of mothers and fathers are we going to have in the nearest future? Or do we even have now? What do they even teach their children? Because now my mom, all my mom, my mom put even na no oketa. Ochohi mo ni choloku. Ochohi ma no mo choloku. One certain time, ko put na St. Mary's. Mgbe mo na nchedo nwa dia na mo na emulu ofu ebe. Nchedo nwa dia na mo na emulu ofu ebe. Ono Dubai now. Ebu my bicycle egotala mo mgbe ahụ. Ai, mgbe sports bicycle na ada ụda no. Mgbe sports bicycle na ada ụda. Ife na agbokwo ife awu, ife mere ebe that kind 2000, 2001, 1999 stroke 2000. Mgbe ahụ sports bicycle na ada ụda. Ka my dad bunatalu sports bicycle ahụ from obodo oyibo. If sports bicycle iteko eji on bicycle egwu mburu yepụta ndị mmadụ na-enene ya enene. Nke a na-echange gear. Mụ na Nzube wee merife wee gbajie ya mụ na ya na-enwe misunderstanding ịghọtago anyị emebodo n'aka wee rachapụ ọsọ wee je kajie standing sports bicycle man. Mụ na Nzube wee tapụ ọgụ mụ na ya na-anọ na St. Mary's Cathedral St. Mary's nke Uruagwa ya. Ọgụ mụ na Nzube na-anọ ebe ahụ my mom buru machine na-abata wee n'anya wee fụm ebe ahụ na-anọ ọgụ ime ifo melu. My mom wee rituo wee bata ruo n'ụlọ ụka n'ime maka ọ na n'ihu primary school n'ebe a. My mom wee bata ruo ebe a wee je kajiri ogologo ịtarị flawa dị ebe ahụ wee pịalụ mụ from ebe ahụ mkpalụ bicycle n'aka ọ pịalụ ndị mmadụ na-asị ya madam n'ọrụ nwa chọrọ okwu na-ekwu okwu ka a chọrọ nwa ọ sị ya kedu ife m na-ebe eme in the first place ma emechaa n'ife m na-eme n'ụlọ. Kedu ife m nọ ebe eme in the first place ma emechaa gị ife m na-eme n'ụlọ. Moreover na ọgbago m no matter what na anụzi n'ọgụ na nchedo nwa je na mụ na emo na ma ka a nata bịa gwe ojemebe nchedo na ebe ahụ adọrọ n'ime ọfịa na ọgwụgodo nọ ndị anyị na ha elile etugo nọ maka ọ ya esi je ebe ahụ wee dechi ichi. The lesson do clear. The lesson do clear. In our home, we were taught that there is no justification. Onwe ụfọdụ ife ya ume like I grew up then. Onwe picture ntị n'ụbọchị a ndị mmadụ na-asị m ezugo so n'ofu nwoke ka ewu wee na-eme ife a ị na-eme na Facebook. Abụrụ m ofu nwoke but the fact wụ na as for mgbe esiri that picture aka nwe ofu nwoke. Yes, aka nwe ofu nwoke. Awụgido m ofu nwoke. In fact, my mom na my dad mụrụ the last nwa ha mụrụ na 1992. Ka ha mụrụ the last nwa ha mụrụ, which is obere nwaanyị then nke nwaanyị. Mụ ofu nwoke. Then the next nwa ha mụziri ewe mụtazie nwoke nke meziri mụ second keta awụ na year 2000. Ka ha mụziri onye nga ha. Ịghọtago? Atụ anya. So until then, ofu nwoke ka nwụ. Mana my mom na my dad ada abụọ ọgụ nwa. Ka ụmụ ife a ụfọdụ ndị nne nwaanyị ji azụ ụsị ụmụ ha abụọ ọgụ nwa. Ịghọtago? Mmiri ife my mom ji ife ime n'ụlọ ife o jiwo action ahụ igosiri. Ịghọtago? Ọ abụọ ọgụ nwa. O were ịtarị okedo na machine nyara bịa na school pịagasịcha ya ahụ ọkwụrụ were ịtarị kwụrụ instruct ndị teacher ọkwụrụ imechi ife pụọ late na school ị na-eje school pụọ late ịpụọ late n'ụlọ my mom eneweghị ndụ ịpụgo late n'ụlọ my mom eneweghị ndụ mgbe ahụ ibu akpa akwụkwọ ga apụ late eneweghị ndụ ị na-eru na school ifo machine ya ebe ọ kwụ with ndị teacher ife o ji wee kwụrụ ebe ahụ ka ọ ensure dị sneak in ọ ya nọrọ ebe ahụ instruct onye nkụzi apịakasịcha ya ahụ echi niile ime ngwa pịara akwụkwọ n'oge ife ụlọ na-agbado m efe ị na-asị m na ọ bụrụ na my mom obido kọlụra out Ogechi ebe ọ fụrụ a clear irresponsible behavior of nwa nwaanyị she will spend that energy correcting your brain. Ndị mmadụ na-asịzie onye wepụtakwana refa ọ ya asị gị ọwụọ wụrụ na inye onye ahụ aka ka ịkọ esi wekwe n'aka. That should be the message. But we now live in a society where people disregard the act committed, but they keep going after the action that comes after it. I don't know where we are going with that behavior. But when I look at, and another thing when I was actually explaining to you, but I am now woman. But I learned in a bitter way. Because now, if also kulienya woloni ife umunne nwanyi melumu ewentie ife ma ndị ntola atọ ndị na agwụkwọ ndị ntolo na ebu ama weto ndị nji ahụ ne weto ife sokuru onye ahụ ya mee ewemuti onye ahụ ife my mom bata ogworamu my dad bata ogworamu my uncle nke tọrọ my dad enwere a na-akpụrụ ekwe pịajisicha anya na ahụ pịajisicha anya ọgwụ complete na mụ tiri nwa nke ntọrọ na ebu ife nwaanyị kiwe marụ na ọgwago m adazi na-eti ụmụnne m ndị nwaanyị ife onwe ife ha mere mụ bịa kpesa ka ha nwawere aka ha wee treat ife ha. All those things is a way of teaching you that you don't beat women. As a man, you need to date nwaanyị ife na umego na ya ahụfu. All those things will teach you say ya ọnwụ na-ebido na nwata kụziriri gị ịmụta imezie ihe mgbe itoru ihe eme na-ede ignorant of it. Imerie out of anger, any consequences pụta na you won't even say that na mmadụ na-emewu. Of course na nọ na Chineke go onye uru agụ ka nwụ na onye uru agụ ka nwụ onye ọkpụ na eze. You got to go. So some of these lessons do very vital na Facebook, especially now that kerekere ụmụazị ma ụmụazị nọ 12 years ma ndị nọ 5 years ma ndị nọ 6 years are now watch ife na Facebook. Obele nwa efuru nji eme video. Obele nwa efuru nji eme video. Nwere ụbọchị m pụtara nye na nwata ibe emegharị ife osie tonneru. Agụta m ife okwuru mgbe m kabatara ọfụ mgbe m jere ụlọ Easter. Agụta m ife okwuru nsi no. It cannot be it now. Oluzie after 2 days ọ na-ebu ọrịa. Uwe jụọ ya ọma kele onye tiri gị ife o wee gba m onye tiri ife na Chinonso tiri ife. Wee sị Chinonso kedu ife iji wee tinye ife. Chinonso wee sị m broda na ọgwara ya okwu sie tunnel. Wee sị ehe n'ọkịta ka nghọtalụ na ife nnụrụ ụbọchị a adụva. Wee jụọ ha maka ama ndị gaa anyị na-emega content na Facebook. Ebi ka ọgọrụ ebi ka nke a nwa na-agba mmiri nke a ọsị tunnel si nke a ama m the guy na-eme that content na Facebook. Wee jụọ ya ọhụ na Facebook deto aka nna n'ifa ọ sị yes brother na ọ na-eme eweta fonu tinye ha na-ememe ya ọma esoro na-ememe. Wee gwa ha today wuru the first and last time ọ karị ha cocomelon ụmụ ife a. Today wuru the first and last time ụnụ ya dị ememe ụmụ kọmedia ndị be anyị na-eme ụnụ ewere gosi nwa vidio a ka ọ na-ememe because ọfụ ha ya o regista ya n'isi. Ịghọtago okwuwe. So ụmụazị nọ na Facebook unu emebizi na our future generation. Unu prepare na ha unu institutionalize na ha evil and alụ ka ha na-enweta message na the right thing ka ọwụ. You cannot be encouraging people that needs insult or have not the right. Then people who are fighting against it do wrong, do evil. Rather, one down and fight against it the right way to go against it. But what solidarity are you giving to Onye Jake or what solidarity? Such people, you are meant to make them understand how shameful their behavior is. That is the only way they are going to change. If you give them any sense of belonging, you will see them whining their mouth. Yes. Mimi, Rabel, even na police station n'Ukpo, zone 30 n'Ukpo, ona wine no ye, no shame. Hey, even Juromo no aya amụta nwaanyị ọkwụ nwaanyị dị efa nwaanyị nọ openly admit eli no pep ụfọdụ ya agọ sị no AI like ọkwefụrụ Chinasa o nwere onye ọya wọwọrọ sị no AI si na ekwu no AI iyari afụkwa ndị ya emecha kweta no AI. We live in the era of AI. Yes, all pastor ka afụlụ ebe mmadụ na ehere na Range Rover obu or wine or dam wopụta ife duka egbe whether na egbe or no egbe. But the fact is that normally you wopụta such egbe in the society I know today. It's very wrong. Wrong. O the bunk gay puo na ife aha egbe no ye explain in today's service. But we live in a society now where somebody will come out justifying that in egbe ko wopụtara. Then ndị mmadụ anọrụzie against onye seziri ya ese ebe ahụ wepụtara egbe. Why eji wee sebe ọ gbasara onye bụ moto agara onwe ije sebe ịghọtago. Mana pastor agwagodu nayo na ọha egbe ka o wepụtara ife ahụ because no mana that action do wrong. So people pay less attention to only expose such kind of things. Ịghọtago ebe anyị na-eje now. But we have turned that message. And now, for you to see how shameless, if not a message here, but it's every morning sermon because it's all boiled down to the caption until here. You want to go? How did we get to this place? I call it early morning sermon. You want to go? Early morning sermon. You ask yourself, how can something melu how many years ago up till now people can with more videos abelong Ogechi Okeke quote people can more videos that is different from Ogechi Okeke. What it shows is that now after them, because of support because of solidarity all can make more videos next Sunday. What happened? No, everybody turned against her. Or for how shameful if we do you think there will be more videos? Number one, or that out of shame, she will take her face away from social media, bringing it back. She will bring it back in another form. I repeat, bringing it back. She will bring it back in another form. She will want to come back to correct that first impression people will about her, which was why, or which is rather why I was happy when I saw her making family content. You see, okay, not the culture change this narrative, but I don't even know who is telling her that there is dignity in her always bringing back the memories that people have lost. Now, what marvels me is that each time, and this thing again, I will see new people who will come to the comment section and start asking, Biko, I want to see it. Where is it? I want to see it. And then there are always people in the comment section who are always on a standby to send as many. Can you read for man or what? Mbao Ogechi bidoro vision on my platform. Not the first time no Makoto Mirabel. That was my first time of no mirabel. But believe me, after that day, Mmelu program, even gosere conversation here, na my video. No waking him up early in the morning. Open no up, come on, I cogid on. We measure that video. We cut that video. We receive a notification na my inbox. We send the album more than 20 or close to 20 of it. Have you seen? If not because that she always enjoy talking about it, because Nandemadu ego, Ojiene get an unnecessary fame that is going to destroy her future. If not that, she has not yet seen how disgraceful her behavior though. That is why she keeps showing her faces in so many platforms, even with huge followers or follow you. How else can they see way for such thing? And believe me, I will know ended this oku years ago if I remember. Kaketa, people I can't forget again. The more you keep bringing it up, the more people will lay their hands on it. Yes. Ogechi Jegodungechi, and you have not learned the lesson that if I email wrong, what is the lesson there? You are still going to destroy yourself. Yes. Ogechi, the highest feeling in your will, that one is in your will, when you wanted to buy yourself. Then, after you did not buy yourself again, it is a second chance for you to live right. It is a second chance for you to live right. If not that, the way our society has been programmed to work, they kept on cheering you because evil and abomination is no more abominable in the eyes of people. So they kept on cheering you up, leading you into the path of destruction. I say na Benko. I did not know of it. I did not see it. Mwadika for her. Fast came up family. In 2024 to 2025, somebody do come no. And if you keep behaving in such a way, so why can't you? Why can't you go and cover your face, clean your past, show people that you have changed, because it will haunt you. Hey, you are building a destruction upon your life. Like I said, they live a selfish lifestyle. That lady should be thinking about how to redeem the image of the children, not even her anymore. And how is she going to do that? I was hoping that Nambaho may be family content. No, maybe family content here, maybe family content here, maybe family content here, and start entertaining people and all that. The thing you see to are clear at the mind of people. The old you will go, the new you with that entertainment now, you are now redeeming your image and bringing those keys to light. You are now giving Omazia another part of life that people should be able to judge them by their own lifestyle, and maybe by bringing them out to the public. But you are still dwelling in the mistake, Imelu. You are still seeking justice for the mistake, Imelu. It is more like na CCTV camera BJ break in room man potalo. Instead of working on yourself to stop stealing. And there are a lot of people who say they are fighting justice. They are fighting for justice. They are aligning themselves, still coming out on a Facebook shamelessly, colliding with people who you think they like you. Those people are using you for their own personal battle. And at the end of the day, you will be left in your own shell. Remember, it is not them. They have their own petition. They used your own to add to their own. You gotta go. The image part of what is happening is on you. It is not on them. You gotta go. The image, since we are here this morning for a gospel, let us keep sharing that gospel. You gotta go. But I know people who has lost their conscience. If a lot of these people are at their old age, you see the way people are treating them. Some of them will, if you hand it along, and they actually thought that tomorrow will never come. So for the if I and the people who has participated in dishing that karma to them, tomorrow you may chase due to you will not see it happening because they were just used by nature to dish out karma to the person. So some of the people who are participating in the misery you are going through today, we are just used by nature to prepare your karma for you so that you can enjoy it while it lasts. If you are thinking that those people will get a payback, you are joking. Do they even know what they are doing? No. They were just programmed and placed here and there to make life unbearable for you so that you will know that there is a reward for if you your youthful age. You gotta go, just like what is happening now. You gotta go. Okay, if you go because now if he say something the mother does attractive enough, he say send her. Suzuru Seba po a solar wono. Iya mani female onwe kelu ki esi wela akayo na akwụgwọ advert kana advertise almost 7 years or 6 years after Ekenota. You are still paying for advert. You are still calling for solidarity to still make it more wide open to people. How many people about this years ago, moment? Some of those people have come and gone. For themselves, a move go on. But you are still on the same issue. Why I stress on that to show you is to show you how irresponsible our society is gradually becoming. Where people glorify Allah and despise good. You want to go? Take care of your girl child. Take care of Ndemoke. Nka na rubo 18 years. Keep them away from social media. Social media is the worst place where we are nani faster. We no longer have responsible youth. Only greater number. Yeah? Only little number of our youth in social media now. The responsible. A lot of people in primary home training. They don't have manners. Zero manners. So if you think that social media phone from a rich home or a family, you are destroying that child. You are destroying that child. Happen while almost 18 years, you will do smartphone. Yeah. That time, ought to go matured to know what is right and what is wrong. How will you feel when you give your child of 14 years, your girl child of 14 years phone? Onenanya, otono, adult. Now fight to defend. Only reason or say, so now, if I say now, not nobody as bad as Tunche. Something as this people. Although that message is capable of ruining her life. Is capable of ruining his life. So since that the youth of these days don't mind the characters they portray on Facebook here. Secure your children. Secure far. The duty is now on you. If you allow them to perish, they perish. Secure them the best way you can. And then wash their relationship with other children. Because with the kind of parents in Missouri now, I fear for Maziana Mustakita. With the kind of parents in Missouri, I fear for Maziana Mustao. And Mathias Ezeaku. With the kind of parents in Missouri now, I fear for Maziana Musta. Generation Ogechi Njaka. Go and check marriage, what it was during the time of our mothers. Check marriage, what it was during the time of my elder sister Melu, 40 years birthday, yeah? Last year, this year. Oge hano chaludi, onwe marriage kawumba. Go and check what marriage is now. That is to show you how the society keep breaking and destroying things because of the perception of things we put out there. And believe me, social media pleasure teachings so now contribute to 70% of things may destroy marriages today. Meanwhile, social media is supposed to be for exposition, to expose your eyes and open up your eyes to a wider society, do different from the ones able conversant with. That is why Ibian obodo ka South Korea no mo oboda or North Korea ka ogono. Russia, China, their country jaka here regulate social media. Some of them don't do Facebook. Facebook and on for oboda because, and that is why he different bin oboda. And now work can they program along the same area because they don't even so the news platform of their country kahanege. Or if obodo ha choro ka hamalo ka fana. Because the moment that happen, kahano news number one. Some of them are ignorant of what is happening in the global space. You want to go and the obodo ha program to be in that way, so that they don't get influenced by the various news they hear happening around the world. They regulated their social media space. But in Nigeria here, our government actually they don't want to put eyes. And on the day, name misbehave on social media. And name misbehave on social media. Chris Elem, he said the church has failed too. My brother, to be honest, I won't tell you that the church has failed. The reason is because they preach Bible every day in the church. Which other thing can that is not contained in the Bible? You hear preaching early morning, either on your morning cry. Tetanola, Jesus na pogio, tetanola, go what a wine eje dine wokozo, go one ji ahụ agba akwụna, go nwoke na-eme nka, onye nke na-anya Igbo, onye nke na-egbu mmadụ, ogbu mmadụ ala na mma. When gospel ọzọ imidiri karịrị nke ya na-anụ. Ijekwa na church today, you sit down and hear the same gospel. Eba in a bus ki ije Lagos, you sit down and hear the same gospel. So I wonder the part where the church has failed. The church should now begin to act as police, or they should now take up the responsibility of the government. Do they regulate? The church, do they have power to regulate anything? They don't have. They can only teach and preach that gospel, preaching to your conscience, inner conscience. That is what the church does. But government enforce. Government enforce. Government doesn't allow you to take a decision around some certain things. Government will enforce and make you to blend into that decision. So if there is a part of the society that has failed, it is the government and ourselves who has failed. Why I said ourselves who has failed is, who are those individuals who are coming out on Facebook to come and openly declare justice for Nyeshi and Otoye? Those people have failed the society. They have failed the society. Who are those people who are coming out on Facebook to celebrate delayed tactics? Na court process, which is undemocratic. They are the people who are failing the society. You want to go? Who are those people who are out to encourage bully, even though they are claiming that they are fighting against it. Who are those people? They are those people who failed the society. Who are those people who are calling Chizobaka Ogono, encouraging her on what exactly? They are the people who has failed the society. Those things are happening on our social media space, and the younger ones are watching. Judgment on Onyohi, now, the judgment determine on how light heart. Look, let me tell you, every single day, more than 50 people may change, drop or end their Igbo that same day. Are you aware? Anywhere, any jungle judgment, and more than 10 people or 20 people in that area, and there is that same day. Anywhere, if you be kono supo tokolomad tell you and more than 20 to 30 people watch it, yeah, take a decision that na how you take is kolos from that day. Somebody na lolo molo na bam 3 days ago, it was wekusi Igbo. Philip Ekerson, unfortunately, nothing can when they are high schools. There is, my dear, there is, and I will tell you how. There is. Nwanyi Uga University. I want an adult. I show me my year. But what matters is how you handle or train that child. Under your control. Under your control. We help that child a lot. Take for instance, my mom keep away money. Until then, you go explain tire. And my mom, explanation I make sense to her. Oh yeah, cool bullshit. Explanation I make sense to her. Oh yeah, cool bullshit. You cannot sorry. How do I manage this things? You may do one or two things to avert, but you will end up not finding pleasure in suffering yourself. Greater percentage of people will just give in, and that mentality will go with you almost all through your life, even in the freedom to even handle your own money. Today, I'm finding difficulties sleep the money. I can tell you that since you were one mando, I will make only 1, 2 outside in Benle. I can't remember. About 2 or 3 of my friends can allow down Alubefa. On a doing difficult, allow them mad. Even na school, just say them the man of my house. If I were street hand, my mother jewels, why you? Ana magbapo Ezeaku. Epo chap, one time here, you but I know. If you sleep out on your own risk, there are so many regulations in Rome has. They end up growing with it over time. Maybe out of association, you have done your own part. even nature will be fair to you. Now, if in na umazi mmadụ na-agwa m 2 days ago, this small girl nku na-eme every day mụ na ya nọrọ egota anya biskit just like nke ahụ ngotarịa that day ọ na-ata mụ na ya nọ na-ata. Mana oge m chọpụtara na oge ọ na mụ na ya adọ nọziana ọ na-asị m bitit njụ na maya egote obere akwa mgbe jụ na maya egotazie like that. Yes, mgbe jụ na maya egotazie like that, that does not mean na mụ kpọrọ ya asị. My mom will find desire no more or you deny him by the Look, I did not grow up from a family that in a lack. I am go, but I had that lack. I hope you understand where I am coming. But okay, man, one of the most happiest moments in our biomazi at the end of our store, when a woman are you dare not enter into that store. My mom na year 2013, 2012 December, I will be do make use of modern kitchen and cooking gas and buy. But my mom don't do bend motion on so. Let me go video jeba. Ije na mbubi je patanko je na kitchen uno chi same me. Got a different na ba. Mana man na buy so na first place around Igbo. Gas cooker so we butter, dryer, microwave, butter chamber, a pack here, a packing shop. I lay see me won't gana me as one. First motor go to my mom one a year 2000 1999 the Samsung. I babu that on our privilege. Apu makefa ana azoketa sina na azomas. Apu makefa ana azoketa sina na azogasi aho. It has so much has because you should know what they need. You should know beyond numerous requests. You should know what they need at that particular point. So she needed obviously to teach us the other part of life. Yes, she needed to teach us the other part of life. So that we will know that beside having plenty to eat and drink, beside having life at your disposal, everything about life at your disposal, then will other aspect of life you need to see. All these things now, but you may disregard it. But that is why a lot of parents are failing today. Your worst mistake will be to train your children into thinking that whatever they want, they will get. You have to teach them life. Life is not a bed of roses. Yes, they will know that life is not a bed of roses. We did not grow up in that poverty, but as far back as 1999, 2000, 1998, 1997, 1996, na school bag, I na-ebu eje akwụkwọ, a na-agba ya mmele maka obodo iwu ka o si abata. Mana my mom ahụ ya ka a na-agbakwo na-eji moto ebuje ụmụazị akwụkwọ. Iji moto buje ya akwụkwọ, les ma ọ na-achọ ịbịa fụ school, onye school ka ọ bịa kpesara ọrụ maka ụfọdụ ife mere n'ụlọ bịa kpesara ya onye nọ na school tie ugbogbo o nsọpụ ha kọ ugbogbo. My mom ekedo na ịtarị na machine bịara na Central Christian Fellowship bịara ebe a park ya machine bags get man ojekwa adai nwanyị gbadata ebe ahụ wee ta pịgasịcha ya ahụ kebekweta na machine naba. Mmadụ ole ka na-azụ like that? Keta ahụ nwa m anwụ na eburu phone ebute pad ebi onye ọnwụ ịghọtago. Ọ na-enene Sabinus na-enene ọhọkụkụ melon no ọ na-enene Sabinus na-enene efa ebe ụmụazị na a na-anacha n'iyi nna afụ ya o ji eme ngwa nwunye m na mma akwụkwọ pieces o ka ahụkwụ nke na-ekwu na na school a regulate na ya da apịa ụmụazị ịtarị ndị ebe ahụ mma instruct onye nwe school ahụ na-apịa pieces wee ife tụkarịchara ụmụazị ụjọ ka ịpịtarị ama m ife Japan meti my mom mgbe ahụ anyị ma hon ya anyị ma ọsụsụ ya onwere ife tụka your days are good old days Philip Ekesen. It happens now, my brother. It happens now. The problem when our modern day parents started putting this culture aside. They started putting this culture aside. That is where the problem. They started emulating now the culture of the white man in the way they train their children. Why had you made a lot of gangsters out there on the streets of America? You know that good? That kind of freedom became the order of the day in Nigeria here. Go and bring your boyfriend home, bring your friends. Then my mom, I don't want to see you here again. And believe me, okaya chopota na gononya kanafu because nonya ha biago onemecho onya fu nonya will clearly influence you from before na kuziri ochu onya also and they that like ife ya wi na na nzuzo haguma say na if am na why ya be effective 100%, but at least to 80-70% oyeti a kind of discipline in Mazia. They may not get all the 100% teaching in Akuziha, but there must be at least 50% or 60% here distinguished and may are different from the rest of the Omazino society. There are things you can change in them, there are things you cannot change, but do as much as possible to change as much as you can. The system of Eda pio maze tarine tu mazi fena koshono maze na balo maze mba. The system of I understand. Sit them down and have a discussion with them. Can if you go na 5 years in a discourse? If you go na you will have a discussion with them, but my God na if you will discussion with them. So that on a bezuri and say daddy ona kowaziri from the deepest part of her heart and not that deceitful part. So you can regulate Umu from all her name on the level ya we know contact. Her to goes bo. My mom log and yamar give on ebu. Only me for me wegu. If no jigodu, no defense yano, a will phone or cardiac came on a site. One will buy a nappy phone now. No mohona mamaye umuliki bateba kita. Fear of the unknown. It is lacking now, that discipline. All part of Nigeria. Oh, then most of the schools I'm telling you. And if we keep encouraging that culture, our place will end up being like America. Yes, now you see, okay, Philip Ekesen, my brother, now you see why our society has been polluted. Because they have gradually wiped up that culture of sparing the child and spoiling the rod. Now they have introduced the culture of sparing the rod and spoiling the child. Have you seen why irresponsibility is taking the order of the day? There is no more discipline. There is no way you can instill discipline if not by disciplining them. If not by them having a fear that if I do this, this is what my mom will do for me. It will prepare them, their mind. into accepting the fact that when they grow up, if I also do this, the law will be there to handle me in such a way. But you will take the lead by teaching them in a hard way. If that is what it takes, teach them in a hard way. Jene parents ni na ha na agba ogu nwa mgbe anyị na-eto eto kele bụ ụmụ ha nọta. Jene parents ni na agba ogu nwa. Jene majority of those big men who feel that you will always have what you have. Many big men are disciplined. You provide for your children, but you regulate it in such a disciplined way that they will also know that there is also other part of life. I'm one big man, birthday yellow ha, na suggest less privilege. How will that child know na lack no bro no hot into the other part of life? No with the kind of lifestyle on and always be thinking on how possible way to reach out to them. Don't always show your kids one part of life. Show them all round part of life so that they can be able to adopt. If this one fails, they adopt to this one. But I'm telling you that our society has become so porous, and now you are beginning to see Nwanyi Uga, Rabel, madam. Have you seen what record is she setting for her kids? Because believe me, introduce Gumwe to social media, they are following. They are seeing what is happening. And don't go her in the mood of seeking justice for their mom. She has not even cried and apologized to these kids for disgracing them, for dragging their legs out in this young age, for bringing shame to them. She has not cried enough. Come here, console. Go go somewhere that she will never do it again. But rather, if women are for justice for only baloto, so all women when why or when working on, I say, Kelonio Basalo, Mommy, I is a good author, say video, Molonio Basalo. With that mindset, are you not going to have more of the auto snatchers and auto videos? Ebongi videos on IMA. I think na abanigomna ozinko totwa. But we continue in this way. Our society has become so porous, and we must do something about it. We must do something about it. We must go back to the drawing board. She ever back into her mama si wezo. She ever back into her yesi wezo mama yo. Nka ka de effective. Kari nka na emeketa. Oga ya wo palo na to special eba na palo. Once in a white TV, discipline. You regulate them so that don't the kind of freedom and a new maziketa. The kind of freedom and a new maziketa. Let's say maybe if happy Sunday, my people. I still remain Ezugo onye Nnewi. Daalụ.